Or get your mat, or I should say, come on for this quick walk. Come on for this quick walk. Or line up if you're walking wall to wall. Jump on your bikes. That's what you're doing. Stand up if you're walking in place. Get your chair if you're doing chair exercises. Get your weights if you're doing weight exercises. Start your treadmill.
Power on.
Let's get this quick minute over with, honey. This thing is so quick. I tell you. I tell y'all. This evening walk is so quick. I forgot how much I used to love exercising in the evening. And you sleep so well. I'm telling you. But you see, I also like to see the sun come up. So, there's that. Thanks for coming on the walk, y'all. Like, comment, share. Tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. Subscribe. Yes. How y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? Yes. Let me take this up one more time. Oh, y'all saw I caught that little thing of pain in my promo? It's this leg. Ooh. Sometime it come out of nowhere. But it ain't gonna stop me. Okay, Facebook camera look a little smudges. Y'all hold on a minute. Y'all can keep walking. I'm definitely not interfering with what... I'm not interfering with what y'all doing. Yeah, y'all. Okay. That's just how it is. That's just how it is, y'all. That's how it's gonna be. That's what it's like. Oh yeah. Strolling. I'm balancing better. I'm kind of glad that 66 said, wait a minute, slow down here. Let these muscles heal and get stronger. Sometimes they do get stronger from doing nothing other than walking. So there's that. Yeah. Oh. Next week, I'm gonna try. I know I've been doing this for years, so I'm just sharing with y'all what I used to do in private during Black History Month. And I think I've been sharing with y'all different things for the past 3 years because we're walking into our 4th year. Yeah. So, and how we can use the energy that we generate and awaken in our ancestors to our own benefit. Let them go ahead. Harriet Tubman, you see they done turned her European African, but that's what they're allowed, that's who they're allowed to lift up as far as the Black African is concerned. And if they're going to do anything memorable, it can't be a Black African. It has to be a European African. And I'll explain that to y'all next week, because that'll help line us up for Black History Month. So, I tell you, I'm not supposed to have any kids on here, and this is going to send me straight into the bowels. This is going to send me straight into having to record and upload. I can't do it no more, y'all. I can't vote. I can't believe these European Africans no more. Expectation leads to disappointment. And I've been disappointed so many times because I was expecting. But now I realize that, honey, I've been worn out. I've been worn out, honey. These European Africans, until you figure it out, these European Africans is screwing us like you'll never believe. I feel like a old hoe for being screwed so much. And the last screw, jury duty. Guess what happens in jury duty? If one of them European Africans run back, oh, I heard her talking in the bathroom. She talking about the trial. I'm fucked. We don't do crime because we can't afford lawyers. We don't do crime because we don't pay fines. But now, from that great mind for vote, 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 I'm finna get ready to be set up. But they're gonna have to come get me. And I know how to walk from wall to wall. Yeah. So, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not believing anything they say. They're European Africans. Lying is generational because you're hiding the African. Look at that Harriet Tubman coin. It is their Black history. It's European African Black History Month in February. That's when they give themselves a chance to say, I got a little African in me. I got a little African in me. But you see, I couldn't put a name to it like I could now, but I kind of always known that. So I always did something different. I always did something different for Black History Month. It is their history, his history, European African Black History Month, because they are Africans. But with all of us taking our energy and focusing towards the ancestors, I'm going to show y'all how you branch off, use it specifically in the manifestation of what you want for you, and the family will follow. Now, if you were somebody manifesting something bad, whew, but it's manifestation time. It's when the energy is awake. So, I just can't, what does the Supreme Court Warden do? Look at old case study to make a decision about law things today? But it's based on old law. Guess what? All the old law is from when our ancestors were in prison on this penal colony. And then every child they had was enslaved. That's the old laws. That's the laws that they can go back to. So tell me exactly, or let me put it this way. I totally understand how Clarence Thomas is sitting there doing what he's doing. It's our expectation which is a disappointment. Expect nothing from him. He's not going to do everything. He read all the laws. It's against him. He for the money and the connections. Don't be hating on the brother. Because guess what? The sister going to do the same. When she realized that she's sitting on laws right there that they can argue to put us back into enslavement, and I hope there's nothing left for this penal colony if that ever happens. Ha ha! Woo! So it ain't gonna never happen. And that's why when we start connecting with the ancestors, you're gonna see. You're gonna know different. You're gonna feel different. And you use these times, the Black History Month, the Juneteenth, to tap into the ancestors. Because this penal colony. So, after all the threats from these European Africans coming down from the mountains with their guns hung up on their shoulders, I'm telling you, how could you not see them folks as Africans? Anyway, threatening to vote and everything. And I said, no. Freedom will reign. I have to save democracy. And guess what democracy gave me? A judicial warden who can do nothing but take laws that are already in place to fuck me and then fuck me more. Why would you think that's an reward for me for my vote? It's not. It's what they've been doing since I started voting at 19. Since them Colts went into Washington with LBJ, and he said, I'm going to give you a voting rights act. Y'all vote now. That hillbilly African. You know? Anyway. So, I didn't see anything we got out of it. I saw what the political parties got out of it because it's gay for them. That was a strategic move, and I'm going to put mine in there. It ain't got shit to do with us. They don't give a shit. Trust me, if other world powers were not looking at this penal colony, they would have starved all the old people, definitely all the old black people here. Why? Because they did it before. When you were on a plantation, you got old. That was it. If you didn't have familiar, not family, because they sent your family away, familiar people around you who cared to take care of you, you could just literally go out and die in the woods. Past actions. What they said, Nancy Grace said, you could always look at a racehorse by his track record. That's their track record. Stop expecting. North Korea is coming up. Y'all know my father was in that Korean War. Remember I told y'all how he had to stand up in the back of the bus? All European Africans were sitting down laughing at him in his uniform. And then they used to say stuff like, not to him, but they used to say stuff to those black soldiers like, you boy, you think that makes you a man? That was them European Africans. After my father and other black African soldiers came back for fighting. Supposed to be for freedom and democracy, but no. It was another plan of elimination of Africans, African Americans, because they never knew where the gunfire was coming from. They didn't know if it was from the Koreans or that European African that you marched in line with. Because both have a directive to unlife you. It's just who got to you first. Don't fall for it, young people. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Then they did it again in the Vietnam War. Don't fall for it. You expect nothing, don't give nothing. And that's what we're going to talk about, manifestation. Look how fast that was. 15 minutes down. Whew, let's get some water and knock out this last little half. How y'all can't exercise? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Because when you walk with me, you can eat. Yeah, I know y'all don't want to shake no feathers. Because you don't want to have to survive on your own wits. But you ain't surviving on your own wits. You're surviving on, I'm walking y'all, all the ancestors that love you. Oh, what is this thing saying to me? Oh, it's gone. Ooh, let's knock this out right fast. If I stop walking y'all. Okay. I got my thing on my foot. Come on with me. Give me a minute. Stick's a stick of a stick. They really do. Ooh, I'm sweating up a storm. I got the window open and the fan on me. You can tell I'm ready for this one to be good. So, we gotta stop falling for it. They can't help themselves. See, we don't know. They don't teach us the truth about Europe. Europe has been, after they got rid of the African rulers, they have been on a mission to exterminate their millions and millions and millions of children, of offspring. Germany exterminated all of their African rulers. And they have been on the hunt for all of their kin ever since. And they basically found out who the kins are according to their culture, aka religion. So, if you are a Christian, you're an African. They was looking for you. They're still looking for it. I think they call, in Europe, Germany, and Russia, I think they call the European Africans that are Christian gypsies. Gypsies. They tried to give them that any other name except European African or mixed race, or as they used to say, mulatto. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, They lived in fear. That bring us you're this, you're that, that was very specific to European Africans. Freedom of religion, very specific to European Africans. That's why they don't want Africans to come in. That's why they don't want South Americans in. They don't want Asians in. Indians. That was specifically towards European Africans, who to this day is being chased down by Germans. They call them skinheads here. What's that other name they call them? All kind of shit, honey. They've just been trained to track down European Africans. So you see, everything on this penal colony is done to protect them. It has nothing to do with us. Freedom of religion meant European Africans are welcome. That on this penal colony, European Africans will be protected. That's what that means. And I'm calling it cults and stuff, but for them, it's the only part of the African that's in them that they can display on the outside. I used to always say, don't these, when I used to call them unicorns, don't these unicorns know that this is an African cult or religion? I couldn't understand that. They do know. They know. That's why they whitewashed it. Just like they whitewashed our history. They ain't mean to. Hell, it was all what wasn't gone, what wasn't in Africa, that was in Europe, was annihilated or put on penal colonies. So it's like, we didn't have to worry, they got rid of us, being black Africans. But for the European Africans, it wasn't like that. They were still being hunted down and euthanized for being European Africans. And this is generations and generations for them too. So, excuse me. So, when this penal colony put out the call for freedom of religion, they knew. You see how the black Irish came over? Now I know for years I investigated, and I have even spoke to the Irish people, but I was speaking to European African, Irish Africans. So of course they said, no, they said we were black, but it had nothing to do with African. No. I said that N-word was used on y'all first over there in Europe. No. And then no. Anything. They will not acknowledge the African in them. Not like that, but through the cults, they're free to do it. So when you say freedom of religion, it's code for, if you're European African, come here, you'll be safe. And that's why they will track those hate groups down like rabid dogs, not for anything they did to us. A hate group can come to a town and eliminate as many African Americans as possible. Nothing is going to happen to them. It's not a hate group. It's something we did. Something African Americans did. But if they get close to those European Africans, all hell breaks loose. They hunt them down like rabid dogs. So, y'all gotta know. Don't expect anything from them. My voting did not get police in camera and have them turn on cameras and throwing them in jail for not putting on their patty rollers. When the patty rollers didn't have their cameras on. When we wanted and asked them because Brianna was dying, Michael Tuck was dying, going back after the Weema. So many. The patty rollers weren't laughing. And we said, we want a camera, we want a camera. George Ferguson. All that shooting, even Rittenbacker. He was responsible for getting cameras on these patty rollers. Not voting. Death and violence. Not voting. Death and violence changes things on this penal colony. Stop expecting that when you go and vote, that you're doing anything. You're not doing nothing. You're not going to get anything, but they're going to get what they want. Nah, I ain't doing that no more. I ain't doing none of that shit no more. Yep. Laugh, laugh, laugh. You done screwed me good. I was an idiot going down to the voting rank. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Ha, ha, ha. That black lady thinks she's going to vote and we're going to give her something. We ain't giving her nothing. Ha, ha, ha. The joke's on me. Since I was 19. Whew. Talk about the long con, honey. Voting is the long con. And I think I did more damage than good. So, it wasn't my voting. They got these patty rollers and cameras. It was the loss of life. It was the destruction of property. So that's why I wanted my do not resuscitate on. Because if it's going to go down like that again, I want to be blood in and blood out. Yep. I ain't got much here. I will pack up my shit, my old car, put some gas in it, and we head now. Because I'm sick of y'all. But we're going to talk to the ancestors. But even they know I'm sick of you. All your lies and your manipulation and your lies. And the first lie is, ain't no African in me. Ain't no African in me. I don't want no Africans coming to my school. Because then if they come to my school, they'll think I'm African. Oh no, here's the one. I don't want them coming to my college cause my grade point average go down. So tell your fucking professors stop failing black people. Let their grade be the grade. Stop it. They're failing them purposely. Giving them bad grades to keep your grade point average. Why? So when you go out to go to work, you can't go to Wall Street even with all your degrees. Stop expecting stuff from these people. They're not giving. It's impossible. They're still being hunted down. I'm telling you, that war in Ukraine and Russia is the Russian Africans is going after the Ukrainian Africans. And it'll have something to do with the African cult somewhere along the line, because they've been doing that in Africa all the time. And you can tell these European Africans, they don't change. Kill, fight. Fight, kill. Lie, steal. Kill, fight, lie, steal. They don't change. And above all, they will do everything to deny any African in them. And as I told y'all remember during enslavement time, I read all the books and different things that there were mixed race people by the millions on this penal colony. And then they only started mating with each other, which made millions more. And that's why y'all ain't never seen reparations. Nothing. You only get things on this penal colony through unlifing and violence and destruction of property. Other than that, they just don't do it. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 for good luck. Yeah! So that's what that's all about. That Russia-Ukraine thing is still, they haven't grown. That's why we ain't got no electric fast trains. Tesla the only car company that's making electric cars, because their main thing is we ain't got no African in us. They just want to disprove. Okay. They just want to prove that they have no African in them when they do. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 for good luck. Yeah. They want to say, ain't no African in me because black Africans are lower than us. So their whole focus is to make sure we stay on that lower plane. That's the only thing they have. So you ain't getting no reparation. Your vote don't mean shit. Through your mind and through manifestation, you will grow beyond what they try to stop you to do. That's why we're going to use this Black History Month energy the right way. Yes. Hold on a minute, y'all. Someone in YouTube says, "Hi, Kansas Cruise. Hello. Thanks for coming on the walk." Y'all, this fast walk is over. Like, comment, share. Tell her uncle, tell her auntie, tell her cousin, tell her friend to subscribe. And I'll see you on Monday. Thanks for coming on the walk.